Guys, let's pray and hope ukuthi today Al Masri can be able to beat Zamalek, because if that happens, or not just to beat them, also even if they play a draw, whether it's a 1-0 draw, 2-2 draw, 1-1 draw, it doesn't matter as long as they play a draw and Zamalek loses. Those are the options that we want, not Zamalek winning and gaining more points, because definitely if that is the case, it's gonna be a big problem. But so far we are looking good. We are sitting at 7 points, same as Al Masri, because they have 7 points. So Tina, the only thing that we can pray for today, guys, is that Zamalek loses, because Al Masri, whether they play a draw or they lose, it's gonna be a problem for us, because if they play a draw, they will have 8 points, and then Tina will remain with 7, but then Zamalek will now have 6 points. But if Zamalek wins, that means they will go straight from 5 to 6, 7, 8 points, and then they go to number 1. And chances are it's just Kahlela, because there's goal differences. Is this Fananalezo now corner, depending on the next games that they're going to play, because remember Zesco is already out, so the games that they will be playing, it's more like forfeiting those games, because they won't care whether they score, they don't score, whatever. It is fine. Shaile, it's done. So, because with the remaining games, they're left with 3 games. They cannot be able to get. It's not gonna happen. Not 3 games, 2 games. I mean to say, it's 5, 6, 2 games. They're not gonna be able to get 6 points, which is a problem. So, hey, guys, we need those 2 teams to play a draw. I'm just praying it's either a draw or Al Masri wins. Even if Bangawina 1-0, it's fine for me, as long as they take maximum points and then Zamalek remains at the bottom. So us, obviously, Natima we will need to make sure that we do not lose, because if we lose, that is going to be a problem. It doesn't matter if it's Lalama draws, as long as Zamalek doesn't win today. But hey, I don't know. Anything is possible. Well, in terms of the game of it today, I think I'm very impressed with how the guys approached the game. Obviously, from the start of the game, I was very impressed, with the likes of Mfundo Vilagasi, Lebogang Maboye. Also, I did see Undlovu today had a bit of a quiet game, but I was hoping that he would pick up, and stuff like that. But not so bad. Overall, the team performed very well. Brendan Peterson, beautiful saves from him, Umjita. I'm happy with those saves that he managed to give us on today's game. Really well-deserved clean sheet. Unfortunately, guys, as I've said, the performance was beautiful, but then something is wrong, guys. Something definitely is wrong. And what do I mean about that? Well, I mean, for instance, we had a couple of chances. This game we were supposed to score at least 3 to 5 goals maximum, minimum of 3 to 5 goals. But why did we end up with just 1 goal? Well, I'm not complaining. I'm not gonna say I'm complaining because of this and this and that, because at the end of the day, we got what we wanted, maximum points, which was the 3 points. And with the team, as I've said, I would have not wanted to switch Mfundo Vilagasi, because he was clearly having a good game. But unfortunately they did. I don't know what happened or what the reason could be. So Bonile, with the introduction of Mduduzi Shabalala, things started to turn a bit slow. Maybe it's because of being a new sub and stuff like that. But things were not as we hoped they would be. And then later on, when we substituted in even Ulilepo, I think that's where we started to see a bit more oomph from the team, a bit more combination plays, and more chances. Big ups to Pule Modi. I think he was the most effective player today. He was effective, very very effective. I'm happy about him. It's something that I was not expecting, to be honest. I know from last game, because Kumbule last game when we played, he was the one who scored, if I'm not mistaken, against Zesco. So is it Zesco? Why am I mixing games? I'm sorry, guys. The 1-0 score is hard to keep up with. With the first one, it was us against Zesco, Wakor Aiden. And then the second one, I think it was Ulilepo or Pule Modi. I don't remember, but somewhere around there. So, with that being said, Aiden McCarthy, obviously, we saw the situation, Pegaguyo, but so far, so good. I was happy with his performances. Obviously, we had to substitute him and bring in Opaseka Marco because we do not want to take any chances of what happened. So definitely, he needed to be changed. But other than that, beautiful performance from Mchita. When Kaizer is playing beautiful football, it does show what they are playing with intent, and also it shows what they are playing for. Today we were playing for a win, and not just a win, we're playing for goals. I think the advice bekamnika yona coach Cedric Kaizer umfana umfundo Vilakazi sibonile today, I think it translates to what we saw on today's game. Umfana had a beautiful game. Yes, it was not 100% perfect, like 98, like 100%, or 90 something percent perfect, but for me that's good enough, because clearly we have to understand you can't be just getting there and then when you know everything and you do everything according to the way it's supposed to be. But so far, guys, the only thing that we need to do is to make sure that our next game, because so far we are playing with them 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, but the next game I'm hoping which we can try at least, because we do have a game manja around 10, 12, 13 against TS Galaxy or something, I'm not too sure, but it is a game that we definitely need to make sure that we win. We play for maximum points also, because on the league, both the league and the CAF, we are not sitting bad, guys. Things are combining very well. It's only a matter of time until we see it, okay, where are we going to fall. Even though we're going to play a lot of competitions, I'm happy some of the players might be coming back. We saw Joba, I don't know, we talked about it, but we did say what we saw, or Bandle Duba was spotted or something like that. So now he got an opportunity, he played, but obviously it was not that great of an opportunity. So now I'm thinking maybe it's high time we bring back Ikutaro. With Flavio da Silva, he's a great player, don't get me wrong, but I feel like he still needs some bit of more work. And so far, all the goals that he scored, he was coming off the bench. It's cutting his thing, so I think we should take him back there, and then Simiye come back little by little, introduce him, but then we need to have a working system. So far, a working system for him is Mfundo Villas. Mfundo is an attacking midfielder, even though he struggles to win us the balls. Obviously, Ugmaka, it's not going to be easy for him since he's so tiny, beginning, but anyways, when it comes to delivering, he's delivering a good performance. And for me, I feel like that is something that is more important rather than, to stay back, lean back, because at the end of the day, he does have players who are willing to do that for him. Our center forwards, our strikers, our wingers, they do all the necessary work for him, and the only thing that he does is to make sure that whenever he gets the ball, he delivers it to the right place. By the way, he was the one who assisted Umagabi Lilepo on that beautiful goal that Ulilepo scored. That was a clean goal for me. That was beautiful, clean, well intent, good build up play. It's something I wish to see more on those other games, but it's a step, but I feel like we're getting there. Hopefully we can get there sooner than later. But I want to see, because last when we were playing, we would play and have lose games unnecessarily. So now this time I'm waiting to see how we are going to play our next round with the Sundowns, and also how we are going to play E-Derby, because obviously we'll be playing two derbies and maybe Sobatola and our Nedbank Cup. So that is something. So I'm eager, I have this thing, it's okay. I want to see, because I know when we would play them, we would make sure we dish out our best performances. So this time around, so far, we've been playing very good. Obviously not the best of the best when it comes to all the games, but we've been making sure that we are consistent. We've been consistent. Now, this is the fourth game that we played without a lose, and we won 4 games in a row. Yes, I know it's 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, but at the end of the day, a win is a win, especially when it's a game of more points. You need to make sure, because last Nedbank Cup we've scored, I don't know, a lot of goals though. I don't know how many goals, but we scored a lot of goals. We were averaging about 2 to 3 players, 2 to 3 goals per game. But now let's see with this new one, and also how the team is going to play against so-called big teams. But anyways, I believe this is it, Buffet. I'm so happy, I'm so excited. I'm just going to sleep with peace of mind, and then it's born again with easy go, then that will make not Zesco, Zamalek and Al Masri. That will make my whole night one of the most beautiful ones. Guys, believe this is it. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if ever you haven't subscribed. I believe this is it. I will see you Ksasa, probably with something new. If not, I don't know, but this is it. Peace. Danko.